morning. My apologies for being a little late on the hour here. I had some tech difficulties, had to restart my whole computer, but here we are. So it's July and it's time to start the Get Your House in Order Without Stressing Out challenge, which is going to be so much fun. We're going to keep it simple. We're not going to stress out, and we're going to have fun doing this together. So real quick, since this is our launch, just going to review how it's going to work and what you can expect, and then we'll just dive into today's topic to get us all started on a strong foot, having fun together. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to do my usual 3 live posts a week at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right here. And I'm also going to be posting a written post on the Joyful and Confident Moms Facebook group. And that's going to post around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the group. And that's where you're going to have action items. To make this even more fun, instead of doing my usual weekly giveaway, I'm going to do a giveaway for the whole month. And so everyone who participates in the challenge by watching these live videos, either live or later when you get to it, and on the written posts, making sure that you comment on both the post that was the video, the post that was written, make sure you comment to say, hey, I saw it, I got it, I'm doing it. You're going to have an action item in the written post to take this just from theory into actual practice and give you the practical help and support to do this one step at a time. So that's it. Make sure you check in for the live posts either at 11 or later when it works into your schedule. Catch those written posts later in the day. They post around 1. Comment on both, and you are automatically entered into the giveaway. There'll be a grand prize at the end of the month. Here's how it's going to work. You have the opportunity to learn some practical steps that help me in my own home stay on top of life with 10 kids and not live in chaos and feel unsafe or like I'm slowly going insane with just stuff everywhere. I'm going to teach you just my simple step-by-step methods, tips and tricks that I use that help me, up here, and then just put it into action. Actually get to work and push through sometimes some of the obstacles and challenges that come up. Because we all know life happens, right? Sometimes there's health situations. Sometimes there's a crisis. Sometimes it's just easier said than done. So I'll give you the help. I'll give the encouragement. We're going to keep it simple and step by step. So today we're going to start with where I always start with anything, whether it's a sort of more academic project or it's a housework project. I always start by identifying where am I going to focus. Thing is, like sometimes you look at your whole house, especially if things have really gotten out of hand, it can be overwhelming. It can be super daunting, right? You're just like, oh, I'm never going to get through it. And you can just feel that procrastinations and dread set in right away. Rather than like the whole mountain, I break it down. And I call it triage. You may have caught this before. I talked about it in previous lives. So here it is real quick. Triage is just like our concept when you get into the ER, and if you're a mom with lots of kids or really any kids, you're going to have a trip to the ER sooner or later. What they do is they evaluate really how serious is your situation so they can decide the order of priority. Who's going to get served first, who's going to be next, who's going to be last. And triage looks like this. They identify care, right? People who are, you're going to die if you don't get seen first. So you get right to the front of the line. In terms of you're bringing some chaos to the order and tackling some projects, what is the most critical to you? Now, for me, that looks like safety. Safety first, right? If there's something that's unsafe, it's causing me tremendous stress, or I'm genuinely concerned someone's going to get hurt, me or the kids. That's number 1. That gets bumped to the top of the list right away, right? Just makes sense. The next level would be urgent. So critical, number 1, urgent, number 2. These are important, and they're going to have to get done. Like putting them off forever for like months or years, not really an option. They're next in line. And those are just, they could be anything from decluttering a space to wiping all the gunky kid marks all over your walls, just whatever it is for you, because it's kind of personal. And in your own home, in your own life, what is the order, what's most critical and what's least critical. So that would take us to the last stage, which is non-urgent. No one's going to die. You could wait literally weeks, months, or years, and your life would be no different. And for me, that's been things like photo projects. I keep my kids' memory albums. You know, I do keep those updated. However, I do it like once a year. And there have been years when I've done it twice, like every 2 years. Because life happens. I have 10 kids, so that means I've been pregnant or breastfeeding for 16 years and having a baby every other year. That kind of changes my lifestyle every 2 years, and I make adjustments accordingly, especially for that newborn season of the first 3 to 5 months. That being said, today, look around your home, or maybe you don't need to, you can see it in your head already, and think about what's the most critical. In today's written post, I'm going to give you an action item. So heads up, if you don't already have this handy, grab a notebook, a couple pieces of paper, something you can keep handy because we're going to use it all month, just to kind of keep our thoughts just from getting lost and out of our minds. I'm a real out of sight, out of mind kind of person. So visuals, whether they're sticky notes or notepads. So I recommend you have one handy for this afternoon's post. I'm going to talk a little bit more about triage and give you a very specific action item to take this from a nice idea into a workable reality that you, right where you are right now, in your home, in your life, with where you're at in terms of your health, the ages of your kids, what you're doing this month. We're going to make it work. Okay? So make sure you catch the post this afternoon. Comment on this live right after you watch and be like, watched it. That's all you need to say. Or you can tell me something else, like how beautiful I am. You know, just saying. And I'll see you in the written post this afternoon. And again, Wednesday, where we'll take this from today's talking about triage, the big picture, breaking it down so we're not overwhelmed. And on Wednesday, we're going to break it down into some smaller, doable steps. So if you're like, this isn't going to work, Tara, it's too big. It will work. We make it workable. Okay? And with you, we're going to do this. We're going to see you later. God bless you until then.